And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Anytime you're talking about fundamentals in a market and direction, fundamentals take a little bit of time to play out.
We got crude oil today, kind of trading yesterday's value area really nicely, low to high.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trade routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good morning, friends, family, and fellow traders. It's time for the market forecast. Today is Tuesday, April the 5th. I'm John Hoagland. Thanks for trusting me with your time again this morning. If you're in the markets already, hopefully things are going your way. But as always, we're going to be seeking accurate context, always thinking about risk management, and focusing on remaining patient. We've got word moms watching already. Good morning, Mom. Everybody, say good morning to Mom. I've got economic numbers this morning. International trade numbers came out a little worse than expected, not hugely impactful to the markets, however. We are still waiting for the 8:45 Central release of the PMI final, and 9 o'clock, the ISM Service Index. As far as things that traders are focusing on, I just got word here. Twitter is appointing Elon Musk to the board of directors. And this may be a ploy because if he is to be a member of the board of directors for Twitter, he can't own more than just over 14% of the stock, which would not make him a major or the major shareholder. Other things, U.S. stock indices are set to open lower this morning, unable to continue gains from yesterday. Geopolitical tensions, of course, rising COVID rates in China, waiting for the FOMC meeting. There's any number of reasons we can attach to that. Our job is to trade what we see and to see if we can't make some money off these markets today. Speculation on how the war will affect quarter one earnings season, which is quickly coming upon us. Rampant inflation creating food shortages in emerging markets, violence actually erupting in Peru, and apparently inflation in Turkey is running at 60%. Things are getting more expensive and looking like it's going to continue. Crude prices remained firm on expected higher demand. We're waiting for the API this afternoon and waiting for the EIA tomorrow for more information on that. Market largely range bound. Still holding into that pennant formation, looking forward to some big opportunities outside of that. With 9%, Elon is the largest shareholder. You know, he may be. I'm not quite sure about that, but for whatever reason, you're not allowed to have more than about 14% if you're going to be on the board of directors. As always, make sure you like, share, comment, question, feedback, heckling, and love are all welcome here on the Market Forecast. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get notifications when we do go live. We've got a recorded Coach's Playbook coming out at 11:30 today. And don't forget, it is Make Hoag Money Day. I'm going to pop the link in to register. It's right after the Market Forecast. We're going to try and be ready and in that Zoom meeting for Make Hoag Market at 8:20 so we can get a little business taken care of, discuss a couple of ideas for trades. These trades are your decision. We're going to be asking a few of you to be able to speak. You're going to talk about the trades that you're thinking about, what you're thinking about the markets. We're going to come together and think about a potential trade. We're going to agree or disagree on it, and we're going to see if we can't make me some money. Now, these are sim trades, but if we are successful in this combine, we're going to go live, and I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Quick look at the VIX this morning, up 3.7%, just below 20 at 1927. Dollar index 98.99, just about flat, and the 10-year yield continuing to creep up at 2.47%. We all know rates are going higher. What's that mean for our treasuries? I wish it was that easy. We know rates are going higher. We just sell treasuries, but you got to have some pretty deep pockets sometimes to be able to trade like that. I got to say good morning to everybody. Dan Trader first in the room. You win the prize. Manuel Shaw, good to see you. James, Theo, always a pleasure to see you. Chilling with Dylan. I am chilling with Dylan. Marcelo, Chris, Tachyon Amplifier, good morning. Frederico, Luis, Brian, Scott Saw, and he conquered. Terry King, JD, good to see you this morning, my friend. Jimmy Decker, Frederico, Nico, Trading Research, Ray Paradise, morning from Ireland. Good to see you. Top of the morning to you. Zachary Sykes, Sarah Hall, good morning. Love the dawn pictures you put up there. It's not to mention the love and the prayer. We have to make sure we continue prayer. I know it's not a trading strategy, but it is the strategy. Nico, good morning. James Frederico, Mom, everybody's saying good morning, Mom. Good morning, Mom. I love you very much. Zachary, Devant, Glitter Sandwich, good morning, Devant. Stephen, Jerry is awake. I hope John is too. Expediter Dean Shaw Cunningham. I wonder if he can decline being appointed to the board of directors. I don't know. I don't know how that all works, and the corporate structure of Twitter is probably a mystery to many. Good morning, Dan Vince. Good morning, Linda. Andre, if I see a couple of new names there, thanks for stopping in, saying hello. Always appreciate when everybody says good morning, and if there are new names there, if you first visit to the market forecast, welcome. Hopefully you're going to find it useful in your trading. Not only useful, but maybe sometimes a little entertaining. All right, Derek and Dylan, good to see you. Andre. All right, we are going to jump directly into the charts because I want to make sure and be in the Zoom meeting at 8:20 so we can take care of business and be ready for Dan. Elon will own everything eventually, right? Seems like somebody is out there to try and own everything. Maybe it'll be Elon. I could think of worse. So yeah, we're going to try and be done here and in the Zoom room for Make Hogue Money at 8:20. Take care of some business, start looking at some trades. Again, we're focusing on the E-mini S&Ps. This is the first Tuesday edition of Let's Make Hogue Money, and we're going to do it again on Thursday, every Tuesday and Thursday, with group coachings on Monday and Wednesdays. And I'm looking forward to seeing if we can't make some money. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really enjoy everybody's input and conversation and decision making in this Make Hogue Money, and let's see if we can't turn a profit on it today. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Let me get things all set up for us here, and we'll see what we're looking at in these markets this morning. Okay, E-mini S&Ps. We've got a real nasty upside grind yesterday. Now, we talked about this on the recap if you were there. I was going to be really looking forward to seeing if we accumulated a whole bunch of new open interest to the upside yesterday. We added about 1,700, a little bit disappointing from what I was hoping for yesterday. We have volume and open interest. Well, volume wasn't all that great yesterday. Open interest I didn't think was all that impressive. We've got this bull flag or upside digestion, one or two of the other. Yesterday's rally was relatively weak, in my opinion, as far as volume and open interest, leaving me with a little bit of a hollow feeling about that rally yesterday. If you were trying to get short, I know some folks mentioned in the recap that they were successful being profitable in some shorts yesterday, but that upside grind just ground shorts to a pulp and only added against 1,700 in open interest. Our auctioneer is beginning to pander a little bit. Well, where is price? Well, price is now kind of centrally located between the last week's high and low. Is central in an area of balance, which we're kind of focusing on last week's extremes is that area of balance. We're awaiting FOMC minutes, and we are always ever vigilant in monitoring for headline risks. Very important for us these days. Yeah, Devont, if you saw the Delta yesterday, and I do have it on here, Delta, started from zero at the beginning of the session and ended the day up about 20,000 contracts. So you're certainly right. A huge amount of buyers lifting the offer, but definitely a grind nonetheless. Now we're looking at another potential late spike. Okay, that blow off at the end of the day. That was it created this late spike. The late spike rules is when the market moves to a new level. It continued to move higher all day long, but it closed right on its high on a pretty strong up bar, settling pretty much right at the high. This is a late spike. What the late spike is price moving higher, but not having the opportunity to accept that price over time. The market closes. So last night we opened. We're holding some overnight shorts in this market. We are below the base of the late spike. The base of the late spike is 45.73.75. 45.73.75, right about here. There's rules with the late spike. If we open in the late spike, it's potential acceptance of higher pricing. If we open above the late spike, it is higher probability of acceptance of higher pricing, I should say. But when we open below the upside late spike, it's an indication of potential rejection of higher pricing, which goes right along with the low volume and the weak open interest that we did add yesterday, even with all those buyers lifting those offers yesterday. We only added 1,700. So this rally does feel a little bit hollow. Now, what does that leave us for today? Well, we got the late spike. If we can't get back up and accept within or above the late spike, I'm going to be looking for opportunities to sell strength in this market. Okay, so we got no gap. We got a little bit of short overnight inventory, and we're opening in range and value from yesterday. You guys would probably get tired of hearing me saying it. Try and remain patient. When this happens, better trade locations are likely to come as the day goes on. We'll probably be watching the opening range and let's make money, make hope money, and something may change between now and then. But I'm seeing this as an opportunity. If I can find a good trade location to look for shorts, the base of the late spike, value high from yesterday would be a primo level, which we just reached up to in the 7 o'clock bar. Wasn't going to be taking it. I tend to trade in the regular trading hour session. That may have been a miss on my part. So I'm going to be looking for opportunities to sell strength just based off the information we're seeing in these charts and in the fundamentals, I guess, in volume and open interest from yesterday. Here's crude oil. The daily, we are continuing to coil lower highs, higher lows, energy building. Again, if you'll pardon the pun, I'm tired of hearing that one, but volume and open interest continue to waffle. We added 12,000 contracts yesterday in open interest on low volume. This is waffling open interest and volume. Short time frame control inside this area, this structure. Our auctioneer continues to pander. He's trying to entice new business into the marketplace, and he added some new business off this low yesterday, kind of off this trend line. Matter of fact, this trend line, we could actually move up a little bit. We got points of contact right about there. So we attracted buyers at this low level, last week's low, at the trend line for this current technical pattern that we're in. So we are also waiting FOMC minutes. There are also headline risks involved, and we're really centrally located today. So let's take a look at the 30 and see what we see. Right. Settlement 103.28. We've got a gap open. The gap rules are if we can't close the gap relatively early, we look for opportunities in the direction of the gap, which would have us looking for a move to the upside. If we get a move back to yesterday's high, value high settlement, I'm going to look for those areas to find some fish potentially to the long side. Opening with a gap opens us up to the value area special situation play, which states if we open outside of range and value, and if at some point today we are reaccepted, price is reaccepted inside value from yesterday, then there's a high probability that price will rotate to the lower end of the balance area from yesterday at some point in the session today. Okay, so that's why I think this area up here, this yesterday's high, value high settlement, might be an important level for us to be paying attention. We're likely to find some fish there, in other words. EIA is tomorrow. We've got API after the close today at 3:30 Central. Good morning, traders with Edge. Rusty Golfer, Jord. Good to see you, Ray. I hope you're coming to make Hogue money. All right, so back to what we're talking about. Gold, gap rules. Can't close the gap. Go in the direction of the gap. Acceptance and value has us heading the other direction. Fish, right here. Nasdaq. All right. Upside digestion. Here's the daily. Let's go back to the daily here. Upside digestion continues. We've got volume and open interest was low yesterday on the big rally that took us right to weekly kickoff high. Lower volume, losing just 150 contracts in open interest. That's it. Kind of a hollow rally. Even though it's part of an area of balance, potential bull flag. We're already seeing continuation on that bull flag until we accept above weekly kickoff high, which is 15,150. We did settle above it. 15,164 and a quarter is settlement. We seem to be having a hard time holding above it. The weekly kickoff is certainly in play today. Testing that weekly kickoff. Don't forget FOMC, headline risks, all of those things that we're going to be paying attention to. And again, we have a late spike. The base of that late spike is 15,149. We're opening below the late spike, indicating initial rejection of higher pricing. Opening in range and in value says, be patient, better trade locations are likely to come as the day goes on. I would really relish the opportunity to see the market come back to weekly kickoff high or settlement from yesterday. We've got a naked point of control up there that we tried to reach yesterday, didn't quite get there. So again, I'm looking for opportunity to find fish up here in this area, very similar to the S&Ps. They're very similar but different. But in value, I'm going to try and stay patient. I'm going to count on the idea that we're in value in an imbalanced market, sort of. But we're going to be looking for trade locations as the day goes on. Gold. Boy, oh boy. Gold is in a tizzy here, isn't it? Open interest continues to fall. We lost 5,000 in open interest yesterday. Volume continues to fall. We're so range bound and short time frame controlled, it's as if nobody cares about gold anymore. Serious pandering going on here by our auctioneer, the auction process. I'm looking at the bottoms of these candle bodies, the bottoms of these wicks as somewhat of a pivotal level. It's halfway between the high and low of weekly kickoff levels, high and low of last week. The market hasn't really been able to spend any time down below there. It's looked, but it keeps rejecting. That's going to be somewhat of a pivotal level for me, at least for today, if I even do anything here. The market is so range bound. It seems like it's going to be a difficult kind of random walk kind of a session, or sessions until we can break out of this current funk that we're in. The 30-minute chart had us a little bit short. We see that the market has rallied, perhaps off of the trade balance numbers, but we're still in range, still in value. The settlement price is right here, 1934, even, losing 5,000 again in open interest yesterday. It would appear that we're seeing a little bit of a delta divergence as price continues to move higher. We're seeing negative delta, which may indicate possible longer time frame buyers, but that's, everything is subjective and everything is unknown until it's proven. So short time frame visuals are likely to be respected, but there are so many of them. We've got value high from yesterday. We've got range high from yesterday. We've got naked point of control from up above. We've got this 1924 level that I was looking at on the daily chart. There's a lot, and there's so much consolidation going on here. It's going to be hard to find good trades. So I'm going to kind of back burner this until I get the opportunity to see, until I get the opportunity to take trades at these extremes. I'm interested in this 1924 level. I'm also interested in levels up here. Anything in the middle is short time frame, somewhat random, and there's lots of visuals, short time frame visuals to look for to limit risk. The problem is which one is going to be the one that's going to be most successful for us. And for the euro, okay, range bound, getting a little bit cheap here in our range. We added 2,100 in open interest on this push to the downside, indicating, we've got some money coming into the short side on this move to the downside. Are we getting too short? Weekly kickoff low and last week's low look very interesting. Okay, don't remember, we're still waiting for the FOMC. We may not see huge moves today in anything. Take a look at the 30-minute chart. Absolutely no overnight inventory. None. Here's last week's low. Here's weekly kickoff low. If we can't go back and re-accept inside value from yesterday, perhaps a move towards one of these levels would be in order. But I'm going to try and stay patient and look for, if we get the opportunity to have a trade, to have an opportunity for an execution down here near weekly kickoff low, I would be very interested in that. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. As far as, are we in range? Are we out of range? We opened outside value. So if we do accept inside value, it's not a true value area special situation play, but it still may be beneficial for us. And let's take a look here. The 10-year, we've broken out below our secondary bear flag. Okay, target is the weekly kickoff down below. Monitor volume to see if we start to see an increase in activity as we push lower. Yesterday, we lost 2,600 in open interest. We may see some of that open interest coming back into this market. We know rates are going higher. This gives us an opportunity to limit risk on this breakout down below. But of course, unfortunately, it happens in the overnight. But we are coming back towards this secondary break of the bear flag. This might actually end up being somewhat resistant. We know we've got some pretty considerable overnight shorts in this market. But if we can't close the gap, then we still continue to look for opportunities to look for shorts. If we can't close the gap early, we trade in the direction of the gap, which would have us looking for shorts. Now, we can't hold below this level. I'm probably going to be double thinking anything I'm going to be thinking for shorts up above. I may be monitoring for acceptance inside value from yesterday, which puts the value area special situation play in play. Got a weak low here. Okay, this double bottom might be indicating that we're getting a little bit short, but it also might be indicating that the market has been willing to take that step. And oh, hey, wait, we forgot about one thing here. We got the nat gas. Nat gas, we're finally getting a breakout above that weekly kickoff high. We added 20,000 contracts in the nat gas yesterday. That's new buyers. That's new business. That's encouraging for a continuing auction to the upside. Volume wasn't all that great, but I'm going to see what kind of volume we bring in today, and if we continue to bring in open interest. There's always the possibility that we've gotten a little bit too long for our britches here. So we may have the opportunity to see a little bit of a pullback towards weekly kickoff high for an opportunity to look for a long. Take a look here. Look at where settlement is. Look at where the market opened last night. We've got a whole lot of longs in this market. And so far, those longs are getting paid. They're continuing to see buying coming into this market in the regular trading hour session. That's what they're looking for. If they sense the fact that that may be over, that may be an opportunity for them to take some profits or some losses if they're really late to the party, then we may have an opportunity for them to adjust inventory back to lower levels for us to look for opportunities on the long side. There's probably some fish here at weekly kickoff high, yesterday's high, overnight low, and last week's high. A little bit of a confluence there. There's fish here. It's a matter of whether this ends up remaining supportive or if it fails and we continue back to the downside. So always lots of questions, always lots of context. And again, hopefully we have been successful in helping you with that context. Okay. How do I sign up for Make Hogue Money? Here's the link. Go ahead and register, and we're going to get started there in just over about 5 minutes here. Boy of Metal. Love it. Yep, I'll share the link. There you go. Thank you, Ray. Keith, good morning. Rick, my brother, good morning. Might have to go on Nat Gas just here to hedge my heating bill, right? Miss Natty Gas here as a new boat now after cashing calls. Jack, love the commentary. Thanks. Keep doing what you do. Thank you very much, Jack. And thanks for coming for the comment, and thanks for coming and watching, and hopefully it helps. I always enjoy the time I get to spend talking trading with traders. It's always a good time. So thanks again. Thank you, Spencer. Excellent, Fred. You're welcome. I'm hoping that diatribe I went into helped, and looking forward to having you for Make Hogue Money. I hope you got a microphone. Good luck, everyone. Okay, let's take our deep breath. Always feels good to do that. Make sure you stay humble, grateful, and creative in your trading today. Looking forward to Make Hogue Money, but stay cool, stay kind, be good to yourself, be good to others, and by all means, continue to pray. It is the strategy for peace. All right, I'll see you in about 5 minutes, maybe less. Get things set up and get everybody in there. Let's have some fun. Trade well today outside of Make Hogue Money. That's the real goal here. No microphone yet. Okay, that's all right, Fred. I know you're a good typist. All right, we'll see you shortly.